Welcome back to our employee engagement series. Today we are joined by one of our longest term employees, Tony Swart. How you doing, Tony?
Good morning, Donovan.
Good morning.
Good to see you this morning.
Yeah, it's great. So you've been here for a really long time. How long have you been here?
This is my 45th year at Webco. I've been here since basically I was a kid. There's actually 3 people in my group that have been here longer than me. Frankie Casey, Jerry Lauderdale, and Mike Jameson. So maybe at Webco I'm a long-termer, but in my group I'm still a rookie.
Man, that is crazy. That's over double my lifespan.
Yeah. I have most of the employees that work for me weren't even alive when I started at Webco, but I'm okay with that. I like young people. I like investing in you guys.
That's awesome. So what do you do here at Webco?
My title is General Manager of Pressure Tube Products. What I do is unique. I'm the only guy at Webco, probably other than maybe Dave Boyer, that comes to work every day with nothing to do. And it takes a long time to get that job. Maybe not 45 years. I've had that job for about 20 years now. But mainly that's all about empowering people. When you have the title coming to work with nothing to do, there's only one way that happens. When you've empowered everybody else to do everything they can do. And then, as the leader, you do only those things that you can do for them. So I get to come to work with nothing to do. Pretty much every day I do something.
Oh, that's great. And I've heard this term cultural evangelist go around the office. What does that mean?
My buddy Gene Harmon has given me that nickname because I can get so passionate and almost start preaching about culture. And it is important to me. The culture of Webco, the culture of any organization is very important. And you do have to have some real true believers in the culture to help anchor that for the new people that come in. And so when I see things that don't look right, I might get on people pretty hard about it. They might think it sounds like preaching, but at the end of the day, it's me trying to get that message across. One of the things that he calls me about that is I challenge people to come to my office and do the 16 Principles Challenge, where they draw it out from memory. And I think I'm up to about 100 people now that have come and taken that challenge. And I just love it because it gives me, A, a chance to talk to them, B, a chance to invest in them, and C, we usually end up going to lunch with Dave Boyer and Gene Harmon afterwards when I set that up, and then they get to invest in them as well. So I think that's kind of why Gene calls me the cultural evangelist.
That's awesome. You do some form of public speaking, right? What's that all about?
Public speaking, you could call it that. I like to call it inspirational speaking. When people ask me to come and share, I like to think that it's more from an inspirational aspect. I've talked to churches. I've talked to the Bixby Football team about every year. I just love getting out. Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, I think most of the folks at Webco at least know what we're talking about there, but there's an 8th habit. And the 8th habit is called find your voice and then help others find theirs. And so when I'm speaking, usually that's what I'm trying to do is help other people find their voice.
So you mentioned that you talked for the Bixby Football team. What kind of things did you talk about there?
Well, back in 2014, my father passed away. And I hadn't really done much public speaking or getting up in front of big groups. But I chose to speak at my father's funeral. I really wanted to honor him. And I really worked hard on a talk, and I wanted it to be an inspirational talk. And I talked about being a father and what that meant. And my cousin is head coach at Bixby of the football team. And he was there that day, and he came to me later and he said, look, every year I have a kickoff breakfast for our fathers and our players. I'd love for you to come and give that talk, the same talk you gave today. And I said, okay. And I did. And first time, I was a little nervous maybe on the first time, had about 300 people. But after that first time, I've never really been nervous again. It gives me a chance to honor my father. It talks about what a father really is. And I've given the same talk now at my church and other places, but I kind of enjoy getting to honor my father through that Bixby football program.
So in your free time, you fish a lot, right?
Oh yeah, that's my passion. As a matter of fact, I'm one of the founding members of the Fat Brothers Bass Club. We've been fishing together for 25 years. There's several ex-Webco employees that had fished with us, and some actually that had passed away that fished with us. So, and that Z Capri used to be a fat brother, Mark Hamilton, but they've passed away now. But Frankie Casey, Jimmy Fulks, we all still fat brothers. And we get together once a month and fish somewhere and just give each other heck. It's fun.
Sounds like a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed learning more about Tony today. I know I sure did. If you did, make sure to check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And we'll keep up our employee engagement videos.